What's up, YouTube? It's your main man, AB the Hero, back again with another video. And in today's video, we will be going over Team JBA USA, coached by Lavar Ball, versus Team Looney, coached by Kevon Looney of the Golden State Warriors. Now, in yesterday's video, when we did our JBA update, I gave y'all the information around this game taking place August 10th in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. It's still yet to be determined whether your boy will be in the building or not, but it's looking like a cool 75 to 80% chance I'll be off in the building. So what I wanted to do in today's breakdown is really take a more in-depth look at Team Looney, and I'll explain to you why. Let's go. Alright, so like I said, in today's video, we'll be looking a little bit more in depth at Team Looney, and honestly, the reason why is because I got my money on these JBA All-Stars. I got my money on the Nigel Chaneys, the Brandon Willises, the Neon Wex, the Nate Morrises, and all of these other names that I know you all know, Jarrell Springer. I know what they're going to do, and I trust and believe that they're going to show up and show out. Now, what I really want to do, and here's my motive here, is that I want to give y'all some background information on Team Looney, just so you all know that they're not playing a bunch of scrubs. So when these JBA dudes walk out of here with a smooth W, I want y'all to be like, yo, they earned that one. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into that, man. Before we do that, make sure you hit that like button, man. Go ahead and hit that right now. Let me get on my YouTuber stuff. Drop a comment, show some love, all of that stuff. Share the video. I want to get this video to 100 likes. You know what I'm saying? Get to them 100 likes is going to motivate me more to feel like I got to be there in the building on Saturday. So let's go. All right, so now let me pull this up here for y'all. So now, like we talked about yesterday, man, I was immediately excited, you know what I'm saying, that these JBA guys were going to be pulling up in Milwaukee to play this game. Team Lavar versus Team Looney. And I will say that as we go through this list, and I kind of did some research on some of these players, we won't cover every player on Team Looney, but what I noticed is that there is a huge similarity between the backgrounds of guys on this Team Looney team and guys who ended up playing in the JBA. It's a so I could understand why a guy like Kevon Looney would want to put this game together in efforts to really just give his guys another shot, and then also to really show some love to Lavar Ball and JBA and the USA. And I could understand honestly how or why he would be appreciative of something like the JBA, just looking at some of the things that he's done with the running Rebels of Milwaukee. All right, so just going into here, man, you go to the Tribute Sports Management website. They got a cool little breakdown on and some background on the running Rebels and their history. Been around for 39 years. When you have a youth program, no matter what it is, that's been around for 39 years, you can't imagine how many lives that they've probably touched and how many people have been affected by that program being able to be a consistent staple in the community up there in Milwaukee. So shout out to those guys for being able to do that. And then when you see you got guys like Kevon Looney who go play to the with the Golden State Warriors, make it professional, and then is able to come back every year and put money back into the program with resources and things of that nature, it shows you that the work that they're doing in the community is definitely effective and is really helping people out in the right way. So like I said, man, you in the Milwaukee, Wisconsin area, man, touchdown in the building on Saturday. Show some love, social support. All of the proceeds will be going to the Running Rebel Basketball Club. So it's a good cause, and I'm definitely with it, man. And just off of that, I feel like I want to support. I might buy a ticket even if I don't go, type of thing. You feel me? So let's get over here, man. Let's check out the rosters. All right, and so like I said yesterday, man, we went through this JBA USA roster. and it's stacked. Tab, Nigel Chaney, Melvin Davis, Dion Lau. They got the size, they got the gazelles, they got the shooters, athleticism, and youth on this team. One of the big things that stuck out to me when I looked at the roster and kind of went in depth on a lot of these guys on this Kevon Looney Rebels team is there's an age difference. This is not young guns versus young guns. Now, these guys are not hella old or nothing like that, but a lot of these guys are mid-20s, have been through college. As you can see over here when you look at recent club, a lot of these guys, a few of these guys have had pro or playing pro somewhere overseas currently. So they've got some guys on this team, man. I want to start here with is probably the guy who I believe to be maybe the most notable, right? So in each and every city, regardless of they made it to the NBA or not, there's a dude who everybody knows is that guy. When you touch the court, back when you were touching the court, you were the man and everybody showed you respect. This first guy that we're going to talk about here is one of those guys I feel like who has to be. Ended up going to Texas Southern University where he played there for 2 years. Had some family issues, man. His father passed away, had some stuff going on with the on court, and just decided that he was kind of done playing college basketball and being so far away from home, and hasn't played basketball since. When you look at, like I said, when you look at some of the storylines for some of the guys in the JBA, think of a guy like Jarrell Springer who talked about his father passing away right before the JBA season started, and just kind of his journey and how that affected his notions and thoughts of as far as pursuing college or trying to go pro at the moment. So this guy, man, Trey Jefferson, man, a ball player, played, like I said, 2 seasons at Texas Southern University, and then took him into, in his second season, took him into the tournament, and I want to say they won like 2 games, averaging 23 points a game as a sophomore, 5'7" point guard at Texas Southern. So that lets you know that, you know what I'm saying, when you 5'7" and you playing that caliber of basketball on that level, it says that you got some game, you know what I mean? And I hope that, I'm sure that he'll definitely be a challenge in a matchup for anybody who's guarding him over the weekend. But this is a type of guy who I would have loved to see take on an opportunity like playing in the JBA and really chasing that pro careers moving forward. And from what some things that I've seen, it was really his decision to step away from the game when he did. And but when you got that type of talent, I'm sure at some point as we see him playing in the weekend that he'll be back on the court near you soon. All right, so here we go. Darnell Harris. Let's cut back here. Darnell Harris, Middle Tennessee State, playing overseas currently at BC, which is a club overseas as well. So you see this right here, born in 1992, 27 years old, has had a career playing pro basketball, played Wisconsin, North Florida, Middle Tennessee here. Been pro since 2016, played in a couple different leagues on a couple different contracts, Beijing Eastern Bucks. So you can see that these are not guys who just walked off the street the other day, man, and they just know Kevon Looney, so they finna jump on the squad, and when these JBA dudes go running through them, it's gonna be like, well, they was playing a bunch of scrub. No, these are dudes who play basketball, and some of these guys, like I said, play basketball professionally, and play basketball in college on multiple different levels as well. So you see here has some success in NCAA tournament, upsetting number 2 seeded Michigan State at the time, dropping 15 points in that game. So there it is, man. Darnell Harris, a baller. All right, let's go here. I think up next we have Drayleon Burns, played ball at DePaul. 6'4", I assume probably a guard. And Storks. I'm telling y'all, man, I ain't even going to pretend like I know how to pronounce that the name of that team there. 6'5", they got him 6'5" here. Point guard, shooting guard. That's going to be a matchup for guards like Jarrell Springer. Big guard, probably going to have to lock on there. You see right there, born from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Born 1985, 33 years old. So you see, these are some wily vets. Here's his career history here. Went undrafted. Played on a few different teams. Looks like Sioux Falls Skyforce. That's a G League team. And then a bunch of teams around the world as well. Some career highlights and accomplishments. 6th man of the year, best 5, playing in one of those international leagues as well. So what you see is, man, a lot of experience. And I think that in America, sometimes when we see these international folks playing on international, like, we respect it, but we don't necessarily give it as much respect as it deserves to be able to have a pro career playing basketball for an extended period of time. It is extremely hard to be a Division I basketball player or to be able to play in college and all of that stuff and get a scholarship. You got to be talented to do that. But to continue to play past that and then continue to play overseas and get another contract, another contract, and another contract, it says a lot about your game and your ability to play. Been pro since 2008 to present, so that just shows you that it's a wily vet, somebody probably with a very high basketball IQ. All right, so let's go back here. Let's look up next. I think next is Elgin Cook, 6'7", played ball at Oregon and is currently playing in Velveeta. Let's check him out here. All right, so Elgin Cook, you see him here in his Oregon attire. 26 years old, so you see a bit older than the typical JBA player. I want to say maybe the oldest player, at least during last season, was 22 to 23 years old. So these guys are a little bit older, probably a little bit more seasoned in the game. But I think that one of the advantages that the JBA All-Star squad will have is a lot of them have played together before. And a few of those guys are on that JBA USA squad, so they're familiar with the style of play that Lavar will want them to play. And also that style of play that Lavar has is one that is suited for these type of games, because it's not something that you can prepare for unless you played it and like actually experienced it. It's a bit different, so it'll be interesting to see how both teams are able to get together and gel on the court. All right, so here we go. Elgin Cook, see him, played over at Oregon, undrafted, played at Northwest Florida, then played at Oregon. Santa Cruz Warriors, that's a G League team, has been playing pro ball since 2016. Played his last season last year at this, like I said, Velveeta, Zagreb, you know what I'm saying, Croatian Cup winner, first team all Pac-12 while he was at Oregon, Pac-12 tournament MVP. So that alone lets you know that this dude is a baller and he's going to be somebody who's going to come out to play. Now, like I said, you got what do we got him at here? 6'5". They got him at 6'6" here, a wing. So he got some size. We'll see how the lineup looks like from this JBA team and how they're able to match up, because surprisingly, the JBA USA squad is probably the bigger team with big guys like Melvin Davis and Nate Morris kind of clocking in at 6'10", 6'9", and stuff like that. So we'll see how that turns out. Let me see here. Alright, let's check in on this stuff. So let's go back here, and I want to say I got some more. So I was looking at, who is this here? Darrell Willis. Here we go. Darrell Willis is our next player here, and I kind of got my tabs out of order, so I apologize for that. But let's see, Darrell Willis, Wichita State, 6'9", playing at Kevon, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how to pronounce that either, and I'm not really trying at the moment. Cavernus at the Crypto League. And so we got here Darrell, 23 years old, out of Madison, Wisconsin, 6'9". So we got some size on him. We got this is definitely gonna be a matchup for your boy Big Melvin Davis and Nate Morris to kind of contend with that size. As you see, champion in the Cypriot League, Cypriot Cup winner, Cypriot Cup MVP, Cypriot Cup lead all-star, and third-team parade All-American. So we can tell from that Darrell Willis Jr. is not a scrub for sure. Also, the reason why I had this here pulled up is because I was trying to get some information on the league here. So the Cypriot Basketball Division A League is a FIBA Europe Cup league, which basically is the second division or second level basketball in Europe. So you got FIBA, you got the Euro League, and then from what I can tell, the FIBA Europe Cup here is that second league. So if you got a guy who is the MVP, champion, and all of those things and those other accolades of that type of league, it speaks to his ability to play this game of basketball. And it's going to be a good game, folks. It's going to be a good game, man, because I'm going to tell y'all, man, like I said, I went down that list there, and you see that there's some talented players on this Rebel Rumble, on this Running Rebels team Kevon Looney. And but I'm telling y'all, man, I got faith in my dogs. I got faith in them. Big Melvin Davis, Luca Brasi, protecting the paint. You come through there, he blocking shots. Jarrell Springer, two-way guard, 6'6", bringing the ball up the court. We'll dish it. We'll drive to the lane, and we'll dunk on you if need be, and then clamp you up on the other end. Plus, you got to realize that my dogs in the JBA right now are hungry. Some of them just got off playing in that Connected Sports Showcase, and they showed up and showed out in that. A lot of them are right now on the edge of sealing a deal for a pro contract. And so a game like this means a lot to them in the moment, because they have an opportunity, if you got a scout or a team that's on the fence, to say, yo, let me show you what I'm doing here. And I would believe that this game and these highlights will probably grace the internet and some of these different places. You know what I'm saying? The ball is lives and the such and ball of it. I don't know for sure the overtimes and all of that, but I can imagine that these highlights will be there. So I know that my guys like Nigel Chaney has been in the gym, and he getting up 100, 200, 300, 400 shots a day from behind the arc. Brandon Willis is out here 400, 300, 700, 9,000 shots a day behind the arc. I didn't watch Brandon Willis on Instagram out here barefooted catching tennis balls with a rubber band around his leg in one hand. So I know my guys are coming to play. Plus, when you look at the coach here, assistant coach Charles O'Bannon, Big COB, National Championship, UCLA, NBA, overseas, wealth of knowledge, has a great understanding of the style that Lavar Ball wants to play, because he coached that JBA USA squad who went on a run and a tear through Europe. So I know that these guys are going to show up, and they're going to show out, and they're going to come in there to play with their head on straight. And while they're probably going to have a great time in the city of Milwaukee, it's definitely going to be a business trip for these guys. And I'm telling y'all, I said this in the video yesterday, my dog Dion Lau, who I don't even think I've mentioned in this video to this point, love something about the Midwest area. I don't know if it's the time zone, whatever, but when he get in the Midwest, in the Central Time Zone, he just start lighting that thing up, and it just start going crazy. So get excited. I'm excited. I don't know if y'all can tell, I'm over here breathing hard a little bit. But this is going to be a good game. It's your main man, AB the Hero. If y'all still around, make sure y'all go ahead and follow me over there on the Instagrams. I try to give some updates when I can. You know what I'm saying? I try to show a little love to the different players and stuff like that. And, you know what I mean? We just give you all the information as possible. Make sure y'all also stay involved on that community tab, because there's always information and new things that are popping up there. Like I said at the beginning of this video, we want to get this video to 100 likes. If y'all could do that for your main man, I would most definitely appreciate it. And it's your main man, AB the Hero, man, with another update. We out. Peace.